This is how we keep our chickens. A simple setup. What we do is we use material that we already have on hand, and we just build it. The main thing that we want to focus on, we didn't want to spend a lot of money with this setup. We did not want to spend a lot of money on these building materials, so we pretty much used what we had available. And I think that's the main key to homesteading. Using what you have available. You don't want to spend a bunch of money. We didn't get into these chickens to make a profit or make money. We got into these chickens so we can get eggs. So, yeah, you can go and spend hundreds of dollars on a setup, or you can reuse materials that you already have. It don't take a whole lot to keep these chickens in. And the main thing is you want to get it to where it's predator proof. And yep, something simple. We got about 14 hens. I would like to add some more, but I'm gonna expand this area. Not the main part. This main area probably stay the same, but I'm gonna fence in another part to give them an extended run. The more room, the better, because you want to keep down on the smell. So you gotta make sure the chicken has plenty of ventilation. So I chose a sunny location, and this spot right here is a spot that we don't really use on the side of the yard, but it gets a lot of sunlight here. You do not want to have these chickens in a shaded area. I do prefer to use the chicken tractors. I think that's the best way for a smell. But it is also nice to have like a home base, a safe spot that's got the top fenced in. I made sure the top is fenced in on this because we don't want no hawks or nothing like that getting in here and getting our chickens, or no owls. I mean, it's pretty much predator safe. And I got dogs, and most of them they're not gonna bust in here to kill our birds. And at the same time, it's enough presence from the dogs to keep other animals away. But I'm gonna be doing some more addition on this. I'm gonna set up a perch area for them to get up off the ground. And I'm gonna keep adding on to this, a little bit every day to make it better. And you see, you always want to keep a top on these water bowls. And that's the main thing. You got to make sure these chickens got access to good, clean water every day. They drink a lot of water. And if you don't put that top on them, they will get up there just like that one, and they will poop all in that water. And that just gets nasty quick. So keep a top on the water bowls. And on the food, I prefer just to scatter the food on the ground. I mean, scatter it out that way they all can kind of move around instead of piling up on top of each other. They want to kick it anyway. They want to kick the ground. So I just scatter it out. Keep it simple, people. It doesn't take a lot to have the animals. And the main thing you're in it for is not money. I mean, it's eggs. And so you use the materials you already have on hand, and you can come back and clean this thing up with a little effort. See, this is like a rough draft just to get them in there, but we can come back and fine tune it. We can come back and put some paint. we could personalize and make it better over time, but it's just keep it simple. But the way the world is now, I think everybody need a flock of chickens. And as you see, we ain't got no rooster yet, but I'm not gonna lie, I miss a rooster. If you're in the city, you probably can't have it because it's too much noise. But I personally like to have a rooster in there with the girls. I like to see them strut around. I like to hear them crow. And I just put this other little area right here. I had this little thing I already built, and I wouldn't use it for nothing else, so I said I might as well give it to the chickens. I think it's an 8x8, and this pen right here is I think it's a 7x17, something like that. And the other little area is maybe a 6x8. Not exactly sure, but something like that. It's a little space, but we're going to continue on. And like I said, we're going to come back and we're going to expand on this thing. They're going to be able to open this door and still be within the run. And I'm going to finish this whole section off for them, so they have plenty of space to scavenge for bugs and fresh insects, because I'm trying to cut down on the grain we feed these chickens, the layer pellets and all that kind of stuff. I want to cut down on it. That's why we into raising insects as well. I mean, as much as we can produce the best protein and stuff we can get for these girls, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take the best care of them as possible. Y'all stay tuned. Thanks for the support. If you find any of this stuff interesting, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're just going to get better. We're going to get better. Thank y'all. We out.